The angle of elevation of a hot air balloon from two observations, points X and Y. So we have X and Y, and the picture is given to you. And they're telling you that the angles of elevation are 35 degrees and 20 minutes, 47 degrees and 50 minutes, and the distance between X and Y is 20.2 miles. Find the height of the balloon. So here's your balloon. And we need to be able to find the height. So therefore you want to be able to draw the height of the balloon. And we're going to call that H. Now remember that we're not dealing with the right triangle, so we cannot use SOHCAHTOA for the large triangle. We do have a right triangle here. So therefore we are able to use SOHCAHTOA for this triangle. But in order to use SOHCAHTOA, I need to be able to know one side. This 20.2 is the distance between X and Y. So therefore, I'm going to use the larger triangle to be able to find this side, X. And then once I find X, I can use SOHCAHTOA to find H. So we are using the larger triangle first, and then this smaller triangle on the right. If you want, you can also find this side here, and it'll give you exactly the same answer. So first let's find X. Since I have X, since I have this side and I know those two angles, I can use the law of sines, but first I need to be able to find this angle here, because I need a side and the opposite angle. I know that all three angles are equal to 180, so therefore 180 minus 35 degrees and 20 minutes. Now remember that your calculator shows you as another degrees, but automatically, since we use 1, this automatically is minutes. Minus 47 degrees and 50 minutes. And that gives you 96.8. But I need it as a minute. So I know this is 96 degrees. And 0.883, how many minutes is that? Well, I know this is 20 and this is 50. So we have 20 minutes and 50 minutes. So together add up to 70 minutes. So therefore it's an hour and 10 minutes. So how many minutes are left? 50 more minutes. If you want to double check, you can just add all three angles, and that should be equal to 180. Or another thing that you can do, you can just type in 0.883333 and multiply by 60. So 0.8333333 multiplied by 60, and notice that'll be rounded up to 50. So now I'm going to use my law of sines. Since I have the side and opposite angle, I can use the law of sine to be able to find X. So it'll be X over the sine of the opposite angle equal to 20.2 over the sine of the opposite angle, which is 96 degrees and 50 minutes. And now I can solve for X by cross multiplying. And I'm going to do this 2 steps in once. So 20.2 multiplied by the sine of 35 degrees and 20 minutes over the sine of 96 degrees in 50 minutes. So we've done this so many times in the class that you should be used to the process. And type that into my calculator. I'm going to use my fraction bar. And that'll be 20.2, the sine of 35 degrees in 20 minutes, divided by the sine of 96 degrees in 50 minutes. And that will give you 11.78. I'm just going to write for now as 11.8. So therefore this side is 11.8. And I'm going to leave this on my calculator so I can get more exact answer. Now I'm gonna be standing here, and since now we have a right triangle, I can use SOHCAHTOA. So I'm looking for h, and I have 11.8, so that's my opposite over hypotenuse. So therefore, to find h will be the sine of 47 degrees in 50 minutes equal to h over 11.8, your hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse. Cross multiply, so therefore h is equal to 11.8 multiplied by the sine of 47 degrees in 50 minutes. And since I already left that into my calculator, I can just multiply by the sine of 47 degrees in 50 minutes. And that gives me 8.7. So the height will be 8.7 miles. And that will be my answer.